Deep within the frozen peaks of the Himalayas lies a legend that has endured the test of time. Known to many as the Yeti, or the abominable snowman, he is far more than a mere myth. To the ancient communities of these rugged terrains, the Yeti was a god, protector, punisher, and embodiment of nature's untamed power. His presence was both feared and revered, a constant reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and the wild. But who was the Yeti truly? Was he a guardian sent by divine forces, or a mysterious enigma born from the cold? In this epic journey, we'll unravel the true story of the Yeti, a being who stands as a symbol of resilience, respect, and survival. Stay with us as we dive deep into the icy mists of his legend. The story of the Yeti begins long before explorers or adventurers ever set foot in the Himalayas. To the indigenous tribes and the devout Buddhist monks of the region, the Yeti was no ordinary creature. Known as Migo, he was believed to have been created by the gods themselves. Legends tell us that the Yeti was born from the union of ice spirits and the gods of the mountains, making him a divine being imbued with immense power. He was not merely a resident of the frozen peaks, but a custodian of the sacred lands. The gods tasked him with maintaining balance in the natural world, guarding the borders between the human and the divine. But this role was no simple task. The mountains are unforgiving, and so too was the Yeti's judgment. To those who respected the sacred harmony, he was a silent guardian. But to those who defiled the land, overhunted, or sought to exploit the wilderness, he became their worst nightmare. Stories of his punishment spread fear among the unworthy while earning reverence from the faithful. The Yeti's powers were legendary, often blurring the line between myth and divine reality. He was said to command the icy elements, summoning snowstorms to shield sacred peaks or drive out intruders. His roar, a terrifying sound that echoed through the mountains, was said to cause avalanches. Yet his abilities extended far beyond destruction. For those who earned his favor, the Yeti was a lifesaver, a divine being who could provide warmth, shelter, and even healing. Legends tell of his footprints leading lost travelers to safety during deadly blizzards. In rare accounts, villagers spoke of miraculous recoveries after praying to the Yeti for help. One story tells of a monk who lost his way in the mountains. As death from the cold seemed imminent, he saw a shadowy figure standing tall against the storm. The next morning he awoke in a warm cave with food beside him. To this day, the monk swears it was the Yeti who saved him. Whether protector or punisher, the Yeti's powers served one purpose: to uphold the balance decreed by the gods. Over the centuries, countless tales of encounters with the Yeti have been passed down through generations. Each account paints a vivid picture of a being that is as mysterious as it is powerful. From Himalayan villagers to daring adventurers, the Yeti has left an indelible mark on those who have crossed his path. A group of hunters in the 1700s overhunted in a sacred forest. That night, their camp was destroyed, and they heard a deafening roar echoing through the valley. In 1951, a group of monks claimed to have witnessed the Yeti standing atop a peak during a spiritual retreat, watching them as if ensuring their safety. These encounters were not mere accidents, but signs of the Yeti's deliberate involvement in the lives of those who inhabited his domain. Was he a warning, a guide, or something more profound? The Yeti was far more than a guardian. He was a god in his own right. Tribes and monks alike worshipped him, performing rituals to honor his presence and seek his blessings. He represented strength, resilience, and the primal force of nature itself. To the people of the Himalayas, the Yeti was not just a myth, but a living embodiment of their faith and values. He reminded them of their connection to the divine and the importance of respecting the world they lived in. Though the world has changed, the legacy of the Yeti endures. To this day, his legend teaches us the importance of humility, respect for nature, and the balance we must maintain to survive. He remains a symbol of the wild's untamed power and humanity's responsibility to live in harmony with it. The Yeti's story is not just one of mystery, but of meaning. He reminds us that we are part of a greater whole, a world that demands both respect and care. So, as you navigate your own path, ask yourself, are you living in harmony with the world around you? Or are you tempting the judgment of forces far greater than yourself? And let it inspire you and others to reflect on the balance between humanity and the natural world. Together we can honor the lessons of the Yeti and ensure his legacy endures for generations to come. If you enjoyed this story of the Yeti, hit that like and subscribe button, and come join in on more mythological stories at Mythology Compendium.